Scott Page, who has got the only coolest incubator for artists on the planet called Ignited Network, is joining us, and it's Ignite.network.
Ignite.network, that's
right?
correct. Yep.
How's it going?
Oh, man, dude, we're on fire right now.
Like when I go to Dude Land.
We are on fire right now. Things are really coming together. It's a really exciting time.
I like that Ignite. Is it Ignited?
Yeah, it's Ignited.
Is on fire.
It is. It's on fire.
That's perfect. It really is. Yeah. So, hey, Scott, what crazy thing have you done throughout your career? So if we do Speed to Cool for Scott Page right now, you as a person, not as a business person, as an entrepreneur, you as a person, what would be one of those crazy things?
Well, I've got kind of a handful. I guess one thing is I'm the only guy that ever played on Lawrence Welk and Pink Floyd at the same time. That's pretty interesting.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, actually,
right?
And then I could give you another one. I water skied at 6 years old, played my trumpet. My dad played 2 clarinets at the same time on the Lawrence Welk show.
While you were water skiing?
While we were water skiing.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny.
Wow.
How's that cool?
That's cool. You also played on the Berlin Wall?
We played on the 25th anniversary of the Wall, and that was wild because we had, it was a Pink Floyd show, and on the side, the people that paid on the one side, we had about 125,000 people, and then we were up as high as the wall. We could see the other side of the wall because it was up, and we had about 70,000 people on the other side.
This is again why when East and West Germany were still separate, right?
Oh yeah, it was separated. Wow. Yeah, so that was wild. Yeah.
Okay, with all of that action that you've had in the past. How do you move forward with such an adventurous past life moving forward? Do you see your life moving forward just as adventurous?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the greatest things for me that I really got involved in the tech space, I just was really kind of on the inventor side of things. I had a company called Walt Tucker, named after my 2 heroes, Walt Disney and Preston Tucker, the car manufacturer. I love them because of their pioneering spirit. So, anybody, as long as you try to stay on the forefront, that's what's great is I've always tried to stay on what's happening next. Yeah. And that's really helpful. And I think even with artists, it's so important that you really follow what's going on because the world is now not just about the music anymore. There's a whole new model. Technology plays such a major part of how this thing. There's no question.
And in a lot of ways, the new business you have is because of you coming on here on Thursdays.
Oh, no question. It came to my mind because of being on the show because we talk to artists. Same problem. Almost virtually every artist. They come on the show, they make a great product, and then they don't know what to do next. How do I turn my my passion into a business? And the new model is you've got
the mobile device.
You've got this mobile device that is connected to your user 24/7. You can talk to them at any time. And what's also more important is you can take the order.
All right. Gabby Gordon's joining us. Gabby, you got all this?
Yes, I did. I'm taking notes.
Come on, Gabby. Let's go.
A lot of knowledge coming from Scott.
I love her. She's a great singer. I was listening to her this morning.
You guys,
very nice. Really passionate, very soulful. Yeah,
that's important what Scott just said, okay? But what we're going to find out is, can that artistry go beyond just the way you sound, okay? You up for it?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I have a few things to talk about your social.
Okay.
Please do.
I like her website. Stop it. Her website's nice. People want to find you. Where do they go?
My website, GabbyGordon.com.
Yeah, it's a good site.
Yeah,
right?
Thanks.
I thought it was. You don't think so, Scott?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. At least I saw it on mobile.
Yeah.
I saw it on the mobile side.
Okay, well, this is important because, about 50-50, right? 50% watching a mobile.
Because what I had is a lot of 404 errors.
Ooh.
I was hitting pages, and every time I hit them, I'd get a 404.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. This is the business of music. We do mentoring rock star style. Scott Page is joining us. I Am Scott Page is where you can find him. Right?
Yes, absolutely. IamScottPage.com. And on Twitter, it's at IamScottPage.
And by the way, I do not look like Larry King's younger brother. I was with Larry, and Scott goes, "You look like Larry King's younger brother."
No.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's start helping Gabby out. First, Gabby, what kind of music do you do?
Well, I'd say it's pop music with a little bit of soul influence.
I hear that term a lot. It almost is another genre of music.
Like retro soul pop.
Yeah, retro soul pop.
It's okay.
That's so hard because there's just so many different genres, and now they're all sort of melding together, so you're kind of mashing up different things. Yeah.
A couple more questions before Scott dives in, okay?
Sure.
Is this a business for you?
Yeah, it is.
How much of it is your business, meaning you're getting paid to do, compared to a side job?
No, I make a living off of singing and performing. Okay. So I play my own shows, or I get hired to do shows, and that's my life.
So that's your main point of revenue is through live events, shows.
It has been, yes, lately. And I do sell my music online, but I can't say the revenue has been huge on that.
Yeah,
we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. That's the main thing. People don't realize that the music is really the model has changed. Music's pretty much free. And there's actually, well, I'm going to bring this up. There's really a thing. We had iTunes, which was the download, right? Then the next thing, now we're going into streaming because it's like taking over big time. We believe at Ignited Artists, the next real product is the relationship product and packaging up relationships and experiences in a different way. And that's where the money
I think that's what
is.
you said. I think, again, this goes back to the music being free. The experience is what costs.
Yeah.
Okay, and the experience is not just seeing you live, it's the community. And I think a lot of businesses, this is where they capitalize on, and that is, it's the consumer relationship is where this is where Nordstrom's and Ritz-Carlton and all, Tesla, it's the consumer relationship that really works.
Yeah.
That's the experience. Make sense?
No, absolutely. That's where, because people want access now. They want to have access. It used to be this follow stars, but now they really want to have access and build a relationship. They want to know what you stand for, right? It's really about, what do I stand for? And I ask this question, what problem do you solve?
Oh, this is a tough one.
It's a tough one.
How would you answer that?
You know, I've been asked that before, and I'm still not sure. You know, it's very hard for me to distance myself from what I do as a singer who writes songs about feelings. And I guess I tell a story, and then I hope people respond to it and are moved by it and somehow inspired by it. Either
Scott, why don't you give a different type of definition example?
It may not have anything to do with your music.
Yeah,
because as a human, what you do on the planet could also solve a problem, which you could tie your music to. So there might be a cause or some kind of thing that you get involved with. Because the goal is you need to create what they call a rally cry.
Sure.
I got to get people to like, I'm behind you, right? I got to get there, right? So that's really important. So it's all about
like a rally cry? Like what?
Maybe you're involved in pet organizations, right? And so part of your mission is that at every show you're doing something where you want to help the organization. It's a win-win scenario. And then what happens is then you can start finding people that care about that and build relationships with them. And what's interesting is the whole reciprocal thing is like when you build a relationship with somebody, it's so much easier for them to buy something. It's like you're a friend, right? My friend, if you said, hey, would you support me on my Kickstarter? They're going to do it because we have a relationship. Artists make the huge mistake by the first thing they put up on their Twitter. I look at the feeds. Buy my record. Sell my stuff.
Let's call it, they have eye problems.
Eye problems, yes.
I, me.
Yes.
And it's not about that. It's about we. It's about the community, right? Sure. So the eye problems is what leads to all the other issues. And we're not saying that you have that. We have a unique artist in here. Again, if you could remember, Gabby, what was the kind of goulash that you put together of the type of music you do? What is it?
Oh, I'd say it's retro pop soul music. Retro
pop soul. And Gabby Gordon, the mic and keyboard is all yours. Go for it.
All right. Oh, you know what? Can I just get a damper pedal going?
What do you need a damper? Wait. Uh-oh. We don't know what that is. Wait, we're doing some surgery here.
Surgery here right now. There it is.
Okay, tell us we got something. You got something? Better?
Hey, we're talking.
All right, let's do it again.
This song's called Underground. Heavy hand on my heart keeps pulling me down. Big city living's making me drown. I walk the streets but I make no sound. Just another stranger playing lost and found. Hustling shows on every face. We're busy making plans on a paper chase. I feel like an alien lost in space. Hard to make a connection in this place. Going underground, under, where I can't be found. Underground, going. Ooh, I'm going underground, till the world comes around. Underground, going.
Very nice. Pretty
job,
funky.
yeah.
So soulful. Good job. Good job.
So do you mind if I just ask a very, I guess, maybe a stupid question? What radio station would play that kind of music?
Well, I would definitely be lying if I said I didn't want mainstream radio to play it, but I'm assuming it's anything. I mean, I consider my songs to be pop songs. Sometimes it gets categorized as adult contemporary, but I'm not really sure what that
But you understand
means.
what I'm asking,
I
right?
understand, but yeah.
Because the reason why is every time I meet a YouTube star, they always say, "Oh, I can't wait to get on TV," even though in their mind TV's dead.
Right.
Right. There's are legitimized the minute they get on TV. Right.
Yep.
And every podcaster I meet says the same thing. I hope to get on radio, even though radio's dead.
Right.
So I know you don't want to be on mainstream radio, but boy, there's a lot of audience out there, right?
Oh, she wants to be on mainstream. She said she would love that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's my songs apply to that radio station, but I could be wrong.
No,
I'm too close to my music.
I'm just curious on where you take something that you're passionate about. How do people find it? And radio is still one of the best discovery platforms that's out there.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't have a lot of experience with that area. Mostly live is how I get in touch with how people respond to what I do, and the demographic of people who show up. So that's my way of gauging what my music appeals to, and so I don't really know.
So Scott, what do you think? Because I want to go back to, we have traditional media. It's still there. We can't fight it. You can't argue it. You have to partner with it.
Yeah, well, absolutely. You don't want to. You want to use everything, every possible avenue. But the question is how do I get to that mainstream, especially today? Because how do I move?
I went to your website. I did not get the 404 errors that Scott did on his mobile phone, okay? I liked your website. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know why I didn't get the errors you did. Okay. When I looked and listened to you, and by the way, the team that works for me, they have great ears, right? Bridget goes, "This sounds really great." And Bridget is really important in the way she hears stuff. And the minute I hear that means it will make it to radio, because she's good at that, okay? But how do you get it to radio? How do you do that, Scott?
Well, it goes back to everything today is about building audience and proving that people care about what you do. I mean, I'm telling you.
You're saying that cause goes back, the cause is that important?
Well, no, I'm just saying, I'm just talking about you as an artist and stuff. Your audience is what everybody looks for, because they're looking for signals.
Oh, you're saying the existing audience.
The existing audience, yeah, whatever audience, and growing your audience, but that's the signals that you get, because that helps people know radio-wise. I mean, why do you think, if you think about the reality shows, they're looking for how many people, and that stuff gets on board,
so do you know what Scott's talking about? Like, for example, recently they just concluded, they're doing something called the Upfronts in New York. It's all around television, okay?
Okay.
And what they're looking for are people that have existing social media footprints to be in TV shows, so they can use them as marketing elements. So, hey, you're going to be in a TV show. Oh, you have 500,000 followers. Awesome. We want you even more in our TV show now. Yep. Before you were okay. Now you're really important. How are you doing on your social media footprint?
I mean, I would say it's fairly average. I'm just starting to build it up over the last year or so. I started working with a PR company to launch my videos in 2014. So I guess you could say it's still fairly new. And
you could do much better is what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? I like that as a better attitude.
So what are you doing? What are you doing to find out how to do it better?
Again, we're not challenging you in a negative way, right? We're trying to help you.
The whole idea is we want to make you think about ways of getting where you need to go.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm not thinking that hard about it.
Right.
Hey, you know what? I like that you just said that.
That's true.
So great start. Your videos, your underground video and all that, great. Cool. Well produced. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah, I saw the worm one. Or what was the worm?
Worry.
Worry.
Yeah. Well, I just got to say, well produced.
Yep.
Okay, really important. So you put a lot of time inside that.
Yeah.
And you might be surprised on how much your social media can do. Okay, so let's bring out some real numbers, okay? You have 579 people following you.
Right.
That's like a junior high school. Right?
All right.
Yeah.
We got to beef that up.
Yeah, you should be generating at least 300 to 500. You could be doing at least a couple hundred to start with a month. Okay. You should be doing that on minimum, and you can grow that even faster. Again, it's finding the right people to follow, and there's all these strategies that you can use to kind of grow that base.
Well, I personally think you put more time into your LinkedIn than you have your Twitter.
Okay.
Do you agree with me on that?
Possibly.
Your LinkedIn is really nice.
Okay, cool.
Have you seen her LinkedIn?
I haven't looked at the LinkedIn.
How often do you see an artist with a LinkedIn profile?
Very
rare.
Very rare.
I'm impressed by that. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you, but this LinkedIn, what that's going to get you is more side jobs, where your Twitter is going to get you more direct fans.
Yes. So as a strategy to think about, I really believe everything is based around the super fan, because the super fan is the one that writes a check.
Explain what that is, Scott Page.
Okay. Yeah. You have fans. What is a fan? Have a fan is somebody that likes your music, maybe shows up at your shows once in a while, maybe they'll download your stuff, they'll listen to it, and they're a fan. But really, that's wonderful to have. I've had some artists I've seen like got a couple 100,000 fans. But how much money are you making on that?
But don't fans have amnesia? They kind of forget every once in a while.
Right, and that's why the super fan is building those relationships and finding those people that really care about what you do and basically nurturing those. So a strategy for an artist, I think the most important thing you can do is to build your super fan base.
You know what a super fan is? You know what let me give you an example. Do you have any Apple products?
Yes.
Do you buy anything other than Apple products?
Not really.
Yeah, you're a super fan of Apple.
Yeah.
Right? And you have a better communication platform with another Apple super fan, don't you?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that's the idea of what you want for yourself, is what a super fan is for a brand. That's what you want for yourself.
And why that's important, it's something we talk about on this show all the time. There's a thing called the 1,000 true fans or 1,000 true super fans. Super fan is somebody that'll spend $100 a year on you. If I have 1,000 people, there's your first 100,000 in revenue.
$8.50 a month. Not a lot.
So the deal is you have to go small. You don't go big. Everybody thinks, because the old model is, I got to get it out there as big as I can, but that's not how it works anymore. You want to go small and build that base.
Step back real quick. We're listening to Scott Page. Scott is with Ignited.network. Ignited Artists is the platform which is all around helping artists become more sustainable and
build their own business. Be their own business.
This is where Scott's going to blow your mind, okay? And that is Joe
Bonamassa.
Do you know who that is? Okay, no.
You might have to remind me.
It doesn't matter. Watch this. I don't hear him on radio, do I?
Not very little.
And what does he generate?
I think he did, what was the thing we looked at?
$20 million.
$20 million.
$20 million, utilizing things like social media, online presence, to gain and connect with all of his super fans.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a great player. He's really good.
An amazing number, right?
But he focused on a niche. Because the key in this game is really knowing who your audience is, because we now have the data to be able to find exactly who should be listening to you. We even know when they're online, you know that like an example is between 12 and 3, the kids are getting out of the school. The first thing they hit their cell phones. We know that information. Now we can now start putting you in front of people that are ready to buy and in places. So you've got to start learning all the new techniques, things like growth hacking, which is like, what is that? It's not so much having to do it, but understanding what it does is critical, because that can help you like really build up your base, right? So there's all these tricks. And growth hacking is really just a combination of creative marketing and using technology and data to make wise decisions.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. I know we're throwing a lot at you.
Oh, I'm lapping it up, please.
I'm hoping you brought somebody else who's got some ears too, all right? And you can listen to the show anytime you want later on. It's all archived.
Sure.
We're going to try something, and we're going to look at some of your social media for a few words.
Okay.
The words are going to be I, me, and my.
Okay.
Okay? And if you have a high ratio of those words in your social media posts, you're talking too much to yourself.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna try that. We're gonna try that when we come back. Okay, and then we're gonna change it to you, we, and them, and see where the modification and the enhancement is to your crowd. So we're gonna check out a couple of your social media posts. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We'll have some fun with this. People want to find out more. What's the website?
GabbyGordon.com.
And are you performing anytime soon?
No, not unless you're planning to go to Denmark on the 25th of May.
Well, we have listeners in Denmark.
Okay, great.
What's happening 25th of May?
I'm performing with a friend of mine called Kier and Ronan Gordon, my husband, on drums.
And where they find out? On the website?
On my Facebook, Gabby Gordon.
Your
so
website.
Facebook / Gabby
Just go to your website, right?
Go to my website.
And which goes to your Facebook, and we'll talk about that too. Scott, do you know how many artists are in LA right now?
Boy, not in LA.
Can I give you an idea?
Yeah.
If you look at the 5 miles of the busiest highway in America, which is the 405, when it's filled up, that's how many artists are in LA.
Wow.
That just gives you an idea.
That's a big number.
Right. So when there's a traffic jam, just pretend everyone there is an artist, and that is what the competition is in this town.
Yeah. It's big.
So to rise above the traffic, it is tough.
That's the hard part. But the good news is there's a lot of ways to do it.
Gabby Gordon's starting to go, wow, I didn't think about it that way.
There's good news.
So let's just try something. And the idea of this is to look at the community that I think most artists do this.
Oh, yeah.
So I want you to look here, grab it. That's Gabby's Twitter feed.
Yep.
And I want you to look for 3 words. Hopefully they're not there that often. It's my, me, and I.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't do this with this. What is
what's
this,
going on with you?
I'm so used to using a computer that I can touch the screen. You're a
3-year-old over here.
How do I move this?
Are you serious?
Okay, no, I'm there. Okay. So let's see. Looking forward.
Are you wearing your Crocs right now too? Do you have your Crocs on?
No, I don't have my Crocs on, dude.
Scott's working my computer like he's got mittens on. All right.
Okay, so the first track. Looking forward to my at business work. Yes. Okay. Catch my live interview tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey guys, catch my live interview tomorrow. Okay, friends in LA, check this vocal group out. This is a bad Esquire.
That's good. What did you just do? You pointed to somebody else.
Yes. Okay. Let's see here. And this is good. Copenhagen, mark your calendar. Public show at the National Museum. Who's coming? Okay, so that's about you again, right? That's good, because that's a gig you got coming up.
Yeah, but what you should do is who else is there, and I'm also there, or something like that, right?
Yeah, you want to try to make it something about them as much as you possibly can.
Because then they will retweet what you have.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And we talked on the break. It's the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you talk about them. 20% of the time you talk about yourself. This is, again, kind of proven science again on what really works. Because your goal is you want to you need to convert these people, these fans, into super fans. Because at the end of the day, make some money, right?
Right, of course.
And they'll support you. You get those fans. They will support you.
And you'll show up on their radar because you put their name inside your social media stream. Anything else, Scott?
Yep.
What do you got?
Oh, remember that time I made a music video? If you play it, like it, then show it to your friends. My path. So that's about you again.
But how would you reword that?
Good question.
Love for your comments on this video. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Get your feedback from them.
It's interesting in radio when you train and talk radio. They say you have to use the word "you" as often as possible because it's all about the listener. So I refer to them as you. You can do this. You're about this. Because the minute and when I ask a question, I don't say, "Can I ask you a question?" I will say, "We would like to have this answer." So as if the audience is part of asking a question. I can't make it about me. It's always about them. Does that make sense?
Sure.
That's the same way you do posts. You're saying it to an audience all the time, and you want them to engage. So let's make it about them, you, we. Those are the words you want to try.
Sure.
And ask questions.
Yeah.
Because then they have to respond.
Sure.
So that's part of, one of the great sort of tricks.
Can I tell you who you follow? Pay attention to Taylor Swift.
Okay.
It's all, you laugh.
No, I'm just...
She understands social media. She's on all of them, and she's tweeting herself, and she's always talking about these stories that she's in front of, right? And she's pointing to other people. It's brilliant. And she owns the network, right? Yeah, she does. She gets it. You don't like Taylor Swift?
Oh, no. I think she's great, really.
She gets social media.
Yeah, she's so savvy as a business person, which is very interesting.
But I want to say that every business should be paying attention to what Taylor Swift does on that aspect too, because she has gone above that traffic noise.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just notified that you're actually doing a lot of performing throughout the next couple of months.
That is true.
And
sorry to play easy with you.
Is that on your website?
It'll be on a Facebook page called Ebb and Flow Hollywood.
Is there a reason why it's there and not on your own website?
Only because it's kind of a project with another artist, and so
is it possible
it should be up on my website too? Yeah,
it should,
at this point. Yeah.
Now I'm going to ask both of you because I don't know the answer. How important is SoundCloud today to artists?
Listen, I think they're all important because you want to be kind of everywhere, but you want to take whatever that is and drive it to someplace. Drive it to where you own the audience.
Right.
But having a SoundCloud, because I don't have a CD player in anything anymore, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, even the new Macs now, they don't have CD players.
Right.
I would go to a SoundCloud to listen to music.
Okay.
Are you putting music up on SoundCloud?
I think I do have it up on SoundCloud or other sites like Bandcamp.
You're getting a yes. You're getting
Spotify.
A yes. You're on Spotify, okay.
Yeah, I'm on Spotify, and what's the other one? Well, I can't remember.
Doesn't matter.
But it's mainly like Spotify. You can go on.
But you're getting it all over the place.
Yeah.
This is what I would like to do. I would like to see you guys talk some more.
Yep.
And spend some time together. Maybe this Ignited network that Scott's putting together, there might be some space for you on that.
Right.
I would love to hear you come back a couple of months from now, say 6 months from now, and see with a lot of this methodology that Scott's been talking about, how you apply it to your business and see how it builds it.
Sure.
Are you up for that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, it'd be good timing to incorporate it now, too, since we're doing this tour, so I can flex my muscles on trying to get people motivated to...
Yeah, because here's the deal. You're in front of people. The number one way you can convert somebody into a fan is you get to have a one-on-one.
Oh, I love that.
Dude,
It's called engagement.
That is like the holy grail. That's why artists have such a great opportunity.
Gabby Gordon, it's Gabby G Music is over at Twitter. I am Scott Page, and it's @2. You can find him over at Twitter.